Does this suit make me look fat? It does? Oh, these teams are getting out of hand. But anyway, I'd like to welcome everyone to today's showcase on Dark Souls 3. Now, you may recognize my outfit. They're only belong to a very certain group of enemies that are quite obnoxious and annoying, and they're quite a few places, to be honest. Unusually so. But yes, if you can't guess what the weapon today is, it is the oversized Spiked Mace. Now, this weapon's already painful enough without the spikes, just by looking at it. It is quite large. Adding spikes is just a tad bit overkill, to be honest. It's like, why do you need spikes? You hit someone with it, you already broke bones and probably crippled them. But anyway, the weapon's description reads, choice weapon of the I think it pronounced evangelists of the Cathedral of the Deep, mentors of the dwellers of the undead settlement, and many other places. Its long, sharp spikes cause great pain and bleeding. I think even without the spikes, it causes great pain, and it still causes bleeding. The skill is the Spin Bash. Bash foes with a large spinning motion and utilize momentum to transform into an headstrong attack smash. So yes, a little bit overkill still in my opinion. But still we know firsthand that it can hurt. A lot. Because we all get hit by this damn thing. It hurts. A lot. Now, visually, the weapon's almost impossible, and to be honest, if you did have spikes in a mace of this size, they'd be destroyed in the first swing if you hit something hard. Whether it be stone or metal, the spikes would bend or chip. There's a reason why giant hammers don't have spikes on them protruding out in different directions. It doesn't really work. Now looking at the stats of the Spiked Mace, the physical is actually quite high, but again it has to be for a great hammer. Got 150, and then the bonus is 800. I mean, sorry, 80. I'm going a bit too far there. We also have the additional effect of bleeding for 33 points. To be honest, this weapon might be pretty useless with the bleeding effect. Because if you can hit your opponent multiple times, this weapon's not very fast. But anyway, true bonus gives a C for strength, which is solid. And it reflects out with tribute requirements as well, since you need 21 strength, which is hefty. And also you need 13 dexterity, so a little bit. Moving on from that, we got the Spin Bash, sorry. It takes 13 FP additionally, and then the follow-up power attack takes additional 10. And the weight of the weapon is not surprisingly, it's quite heavy, at 16.0. You have to be quite the strong arm to properly use this weapon. The animations, the basic attack is the overhead swing. Again, overkill with spikes. Follow from that is the overhead power attack, which is almost the same thing. From my book, anyway. 200 basic attack is pretty much a swing side to side. It's pretty much all the basic moves of the hammer, the Great Hammer series. Overhead power attack is a more heavier swing. No surprise there. Then you have the special, the Spin Bash. And the sprint attack is simply a drop on the hammer. Now on the upgrade side, this weapon does take Titanite shards. And the upgrade is pretty good actually. Getting 12 to 13 points on both the plain physical and bonus. Which is nice. But that additional effect of the bleeding, I don't know about that. It's fine all for the enemy, but I've never been induced bleeding from those weapons. And I can't see it working because the weapon's just too damn slow. But anyway, how's it work in the field? Well, with the Great Hammer, you better be a lot of dodging and hit between your opponent's strikes. But otherwise, it does a lot of damage, no surprise. But a back attack does tremendous damage, going at 500, which is plenty. Any other unarmored enemy, I don't plan for any of them to survive this. It's just destructive. Just one look at it, it's destructive. Is fighting these guys blaspheming right now with all his get-up? It might be. Let's try the special. One-hit combo took him down. Awesome. Very nice. Now, against the Gorgile, does pretty good damage. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna assume this weapon gets through the basic shields easily because it is classified as a great hammer. All those get through shields pretty easily. It's the norm for those weapons. But however, I cannot get through the shield of the Durandal. But at least could damage them enough through it. But against the Dark Knights, they might be a bit more of a challenge. They are quick and nimble. Make this weapon a bit of a disadvantage for being slow and sluggish. But I'm probably going to go for a back attack and hit between their combos. I thought these guys more than enough, and it's a bit sickening fighting these cunts time and time again. The least favorite part about doing this damn showcase, because it always makes me look bad. Every time. But no matter. For the weapon, it did pretty average, though I got hurt a lot. Moving on to the pros and cons of the Spiked Mace. On the pro side, you've got obviously a lot of damage being outputted. And it has pretty good reach on top of that. That's about it for the pros. On the con side, weapons heavy, has slow swing speed, these are obvious ones, and the bleeding proc isn't particularly very useful. Okay, moving on to the score of the Spiked Mace. Damage gets 8 out of 10, for obvious reasons, and same score for the reach, 8 out of 10. Both are pretty much obvious statements. Animation gets only 3 out of 10 for having no unique animations of its own, but since there's not many great hammers, I'll at least not give it a 1. On the bonus, it gets 8 out of 10 for a lot of good strength bonus there. It's pretty good. Miscellaneous though gets 3 out of 10, because the bleeding proc really doesn't work at all. You gotta hit your opponent repeatedly. Maybe the spin bash will get it close. That's if you can get all hits on your opponent. So this weapon I call it the bleeding proc, the most useless proc. But anyway, in total I give the Spiked Mace 30 out of 50. Pretty good. Despite all the negatives about it, still pretty good weapon. Ye of ye little faith, worry not, for your troubles will soon end. So, all in all, it's a pretty solid weapon. In terms of speed, there might be better hammers out there, but this one still works just fine. You usually lay out most opponents in the game, and most of the opponents I do choose are endgame. Mind you, it's still first playthrough. Second playthrough, I wouldn't bother so much. But anyway, what can I say? Still pretty good weapon. But that's been Showcase for today. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care out there.